TofuCatx, and today I have Pink with me. Pink, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. Pink and I have been friends since middle school, and now we are juniors in high school. So you guys do the math. Pink, what did you do today?
I did nothing really, just, suffering with schoolwork. The usual.
You know, the usual, typical high school, every day. Thankfully, Mondays are a light day because it's pretty much the teachers telling us what we do for the next, week or 2 weeks. So right now, I don't have any work, and it's great. I'm just beaming with happiness right now. I don't have any work to do. But, with that being said, let's get right into it. So, first question. If you could domesticate any animal, like wild animal, what animal would you domesticate?
I'd probably domesticate, a polar bear or something, because they're just really fucking cute,
They
It'd
are.
be nice. Just nice to have a fluffy ball of cotton walking next to you.
That'd be so cool. It'd also be really intimidating too.
It would.
Big ass polar bear. Like,
Could
hey
probably-
y'all.
You could probably, rob a bank with a polar bear, honestly.
For real. I don't know what movie it was, but this one girl, she had a polar bear as a pet. Or her homie was a polar bear. And she would ride him. It's like, what a bad bitch. If I could domesticate any animal, I'd probably domesticate a leopard or a tiger or maybe even a lion because, scary. Or a bear. You know what? A bear would be even like a brown bear. Sheesh.
Yeah, aren't those, bulletproof or something like that?
I don't know, but they're badass.
They are.
Your boyfriend cheats on you, you can just feed him to your fucking bear. I think bears are the move.
Or if you're hungry, you could just get some salmon for you in the river or some shit.
For real. Yeah, I think I'd want a brown bear or something very vicious. So those are cool. Have you been to the zoo? Well, do you like going to the zoo?
I think it's pretty cool, but it's also just sad to see, the animals in, these cages and shit.
It really is. I know they do it for preservation of the animals so they don't go extinct, and also for, the income. Because, when you're a child, it's really cool. I remember I liked going to the Oakland Zoo because it was cool.
I just keep thinking of Joe Exotic.
Oh my god. That's funny. I remember going... I have, faint memories, though. The zoo wasn't really an important part of my life. But I wish, they wouldn't have to be in zoos, but, there's really no other choice. Because if you put them in the wild, they're gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've only been to the zoo for, a project. And then this other time my mom really wanted to go, so we went, just as it was closing.
How would you punish poachers or the bad people who hunt animals for their everything?
I'd probably just slather them in I don't know, intestines or something and send them out in the wild. Just let them get eaten by lions or something.
Ooh, that sounds nice. I would poachers, that's what we're dealing with. So we're talking about people who cut off horns of elephants and rhinos and lion manes. I don't know, but they're bad people. I would probably torture them with the tusks. No, actually, I would feed them to the animals. Yeah, I'd feed them to the wildlife, like you said.
It's honestly the best solution because the animals get something out of it too.
Yeah, I slap them in the middle of the jungle. And they will forever be with the animals because they shit. Once the animal shits them out, then something else will eat it, and they will forever be suffering in the circle of life.
Yeah.
I think that's the move. Anyways, enough about torturing bad people.
That got violent.
It did. It got violent, and we just started. So I know that your city is kind of smallish. Would you say it's small?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Um, yeah, we've gone to school in the same city, and she lives there. I don't live there. But after like middle school, we kind of ran out of stuff to do in the city because it was so small. And after middle school, you kind of do everything. I honestly would say by 8th grade, like the city was boring. Would you say so?
Yeah, I mean, even just like before 8th grade, you've kind of already seen everything. It's really not that big.
Yeah, yeah. I remember there was this place called Subpar. That place was cool. It lasted.
Ah,
Yeah, it was like the biggest provider for like teenagers around the island. Cause like even though I've been there a million times, you can just go back there and do something.
yeah, actually, when Subpar used to be open, my favorite thing to do there was play this like Terminator game. It was like the best thing. I really liked it, except the gun was hella heavy. After like 5 minutes, you'd feel like your arm was falling off.
Mhm. Yeah, it was a nice place to go. You could do mini golf, you could play at the arcade, or you can race RC cars, which is
They
really
had pool
cool.
tables too.
Yeah, and there's the pool tables. So there's oh, and air hockey. So
Yeah,
there's a lot to do. Um, but like they got rid of it for probably it was too expensive to rent the place anymore. That's what I'm
they were
assuming.
they were actually gonna move it to South Shore, but apparently the way that works is that other stores can vote people like moving in out, so they voted Subpar out.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow, the amount of business it would have brought that mall.
I know. It doesn't really make sense too, because like Subpar wasn't direct competition to anyone else.
Mm-mm. It was kind of just its own thing. It was just vibing out on the side.
Mm,
Cause like the people who live there, they're just like kind of, lame-ish. So they get satisfied with going to the same mall over and over again.
yeah.
So, and what's sad is that some people actually consider that a good-ass mall. Like,
Duh, that I would barely call it a mall. It's just
yeah, it was just so tragic.
it is tragic. Like there's not really I feel like there's only one like name brand store to shop at, and then like the others are like meh, except for Ulta maybe. I like going to Ulta.
It kind of reminds me of those like malls that are on the side of freeways that truckers go to. Or like you'd
Oh,
see when you're going to like a place that's unfamiliar. Like you might just
yeah.
stop at it.
Or it's like, you know when there are a bunch of hotels in the area and they kind of just put a mall because they know like tourists are going to be missing some stuff from their luggage, so they'll just go to
Mhm.
the mall.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those, but instead that it's not like on or near a major roadway. It's just a bland city. It's just so bland.
It
Uh,
is.
do you know of any good places to eat there?
I mean, all of the junk food places, you know, like Five Guys, McDonald's.
Of course. Although
But
Five Guys' fries are very salty, in my
really?
opinion.
I
Yes.
think they're fine.
Mm.
Let's see. I think the best place to eat here is East Ocean.
Hmm. What do they serve there?
They serve Chinese food like shumai, Peking duck, fried rice. Just their menu is gigantic. I heard the quality's gone down since they switched owners, but it's still pretty good in my opinion.
I haven't been there. But I should go check it out. Are they expensive?
They're like, you know, average price, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, for Chinese, I like to go to Jim's Chinese. It's on not Park Street. It's at the end of Park Street. And then I also like to go to Yo Sushi. Their food is super good.
Yeah. It depends on the day that you go though, because sometimes it really sucks.
I've never had a bad day at Yo Sushi, but I had just recently had a bad day at Jim's. It was just like, ugh.
Cause sometimes, like, I go to Yo Sushi, and then I usually order Lion King and miso soup, and sometimes I
Ooh,
order tempura.
very
but like sometimes the miso soup tastes like nothing, or like the Lion King is like barely held together,
Ooh,
and the
that's
tempura
unfortunate.
has like tons of batter on it to the point where if you bite into it, it's more batter than shrimp.
Really? It's never happened to me before.
Really? I don't know, maybe my standards for food are just higher than I realize, but ugh, it's
We'll have
gross
to go there
sometimes.
together and see how our opinions vary. But
We've been there before, but
oh
just
yeah, for
not
my
like,
birthday and
yeah,
another occasion. We'll have to
but
go again and see how it is.
yeah.
So are there any bad stores in your city?
I mean, yeah, it's a small city, so not everything's amazing. Um, I'd say Big Five Sporting Goods is pretty bad. Because, I mean, the stuff there is nice, but I just feel like it's overpriced, you know?
That's fair.
Like, $50 for a t-shirt, my guy? Like, really?
And one thing that really bothered me there is that they never had the roller skates in my size. That like really bothered me.
What size are you?
I'm like a 6.5, and they never
Oh,
had it. I'm like, and they didn't even have a 6 either. That's just like,
yeah, I mean, that is a pretty small shoe size, though.
I don't think this overall, but one store that's kind of bad is the Goodwill that's there.
Oh,
Because it's
yeah.
kind of just dry. I feel like they have the same stuff all the time. Like they've had the same stuff since I've been going since middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Goodwill is not a bad store overall, but I think that one in general is just pretty bad.
Yeah, you barely find anything interesting there. Except for this one time I went, I saw Soldier 76 jackets. I thought that was pretty cool.
Whoa, did you get it?
No, I usually don't buy stuff from thrift stores because I just like inner germaphobe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There is a place on Park where it's like, it's literally hand-picked secondhand clothing. And I just honestly think that place sucks. Like, they never have anything unique. Like, I'm a fan of basics, but they're not good basics, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I just want a good quality black t-shirt, and you're over here with the fucking musty ass American Eagle. Like, I can literally see through it. Like, t-shirt that's probably like 4 years old, and it's literally only on the rack because it's American Eagle. Dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of places on Park that seem like they don't belong. I know for sure that pawn shop has no business doing there. And I'm not
Yeah.
trying to have like it can be in the island, yeah, but it cannot be on Park Street. Like there's not
Yeah.
enough people who are interested. Like I've walked by there so many times, never once. They always look closed and there's never anybody in there.
It seems more like a shop that would be more on Webster.
Yeah, definitely Webster. It gives off like kind of the rustic vibe that Webster gives off. Cause Webster has like West Cafe, and then a bunch of like small places.
Like the tattoo shop, and they have an antique shop. They have a rare book shop, and my
And then
personal
they have
favorite,
that like
the comic shop.
comic shop, yeah.
Yes, I love that place. And I love the lady there. Like, there are so many Yelp reviews saying that she's rude, but I personally love her. She's great.
Yeah, this city has a lot of good stores and bad stores, but I'm pretty sure the worst fucking one is Ross.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Yes.
We don't want to talk about Ross, but we're going to talk about Ross. Okay, Ross, fuck y'all. Okay,
Ross.
1. The clothes are always on the floor.
Yep.
What's 2?
You literally never clean anything.
There are dust mites everywhere. There are hairballs everywhere.
It's so gross.
There are skid marks from the tires. I can understand if you can't get rid of tire marks from the carts.
Oh, jeez.
What's the
And-
fucking point of the dildo on top of the fucking shopping cart? Tell me! Okay, maybe...
Oh my god.
Is it for theft prevention? Is it for trying to find somebody? Because when you put those things on top of every single fucking cart,
What's the
doesn't make that
point?
very easy.
Their selection is so bad sometimes. Like, not sometimes, all of the time.
It's
It's
just
like,
so messy.
there was like this shitty, like, I don't know how to even describe the fabric. Like, what is the, like, softest sandpaper you can buy? Like that? And the print was like this cringy, like, okay, personally I like the vaporwave aesthetic, but what was cringy about the image was like this super bad incel level quote, or like something an anime character would say that an edgy middle schooler would love, and it was the weak the weak die while the strong rise. Not I It was something like that. I feel like it had something to do with eating the weak, but it was so bad. I like stared at it for a solid 3 minutes and I was like, who put this into production? Who approved this? Like, I don't like this would be bad, obviously, but I sincerely hope that it was some, Chinese sweatshop worker who barely understood English and only knew internet trends, because it was just so bad.
That whole store is literal eye vomit.
It is.
It is. There's just shit everywhere, and they always have that. Okay, lighting it's annoying, but like at least it's like bright,
Yeah.
But the lines, like, there's only like ever 2 people working.
That's so true.
And I can understand if you don't have anyone to hire or anyone working, but like, come on, there are people walking around organizing clothes. Yeah, there's still shit on the floor, so I don't know what you guys are doing. You can at least open 1 or 2 more lines, because you guys make us go in this big ass snake, and then you have these slow ass workers working. I'm like, And then you're just the musty cousin of Marshall's. Okay, you're the mustier cousin. Like, I don't go to Marshall's enough to shit on them like I can do Ross.
Yeah, I mean, Marshall's is pretty bad though.
Ooh, Ross is not the move. Ross is cancel Ross. Period. 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 Period.
And another
Ross.
thing, why the fuck do your dressing rooms always smell like cardboard and farts? Like, what are y'all doing in here? Like, what the fuck?
It smells so bad. It's like people are doing more than changing in there.
Oh
like,
no.
Like sex, drugs, whatever you done. Like,
I mean, they probably are.
It is so nasty.
You know what I have a feeling? I have a feeling people like go into Ross and come in from the beach and just use the changing rooms.
For real! For real! Coming in with like seawater dripping all down their ass, and it's like, can I use your restroom? Let's not even talk about the restroom. It's a place to not be seen.
It's, oh god. I mean, TJ Maxx is way better than Ross, don't get me wrong, but their restrooms are usually terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, oof.
Ooh, those type of stores. Okay, TJ Maxx is fine. Like, they're clean, they're fresh. But besides that, Ross is also like the fucking clickbait of all stores. Like, their commercials ooh, fancy, smashy, smashy. Go get this for $2. It's just like high quality.
Oh god, it's all lies. It's lies and bullshit and more lies.
I was so gullible as a child. Like, I would think that you can actually get that cool stuff. Happy ass people. No, bruh. No. That's not how it is here.
Oh god, but TJ Maxx is like gray makeup, and then when you go to Ross trying to look for something good, it's like the 3-year-old expired Max Factor thing that you saw.
I saw a TikTok, and there's like this thing you can look up. Like, this guy, there's like this barcode searcher. This man found makeup that was 7 years old on the rack still. It was like from Olay or something. I'm like,
that
y'all.
Is so gross.
I know when I was younger, I wanted to drive a tank through there because I was so done. Because I spent so much time there with my mom, because she wanted to find like something for someone or for herself.
Yeah.
I spent so much time there as a child. I was like, you know what? No. So I just wanted to say, you know what? Tank time, and drive through that bitch with the tank.
Dude, even when I was a kid, I would still prefer TJ Maxx over Ross. Like, it's just, even then when I had no brain, I knew better. And I'm proud of myself for that.
It was just,
And I feel bad for the employees working there because you can just see the disdain on their faces. They just do not want to be there.
Cancel Ross and replace it with subpar. End of story. Let's move on. Do you know what Fenton's Ice Creamery is?
That's like the one where they mix it in front of you, right?
No.
Oh wait, I'm thinking of
like
something else.
Fancy. I think that's a place in downtown Oakland that you're talking about.
Yeah, the one with the red logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place is cool because like, anyways, but Fenton's, I went there with my boyfriend and we got some, it was so bad. So we got dinosaur chicken nuggets because, you know, of course.
Oh yeah, I saw that on Insta.
4 dinosaur chicken nuggets in the box. That's not even enough to feed a child.
Dude, when I saw that, I was just like, did she just pack it from home and put it in a styrofoam, like, you know, box or something? Because that's like 4 nuggies. That is not enough. Like,
it's 4 nuggets and hella fries. Hella fries. Okay? So you think that couldn't get any worse. So then we ordered chicken strips, alright? For one, they're like 3 inches long. And there was a shit ton of fries. Okay? After eating, like both of us eating the, what's it called? Dinosaur chicken nugget fries. We're full because there's so much in that small ass container. So then we get the chicken strips, which is more fries than chicken strips. It's like they're trying to get rid of fries. It's like, we can't eat this. I'm sorry, we just cannot eat this. Okay? The chicken strips was more batter than chicken. Like, I was eating the chicken strip feeling like I was chewing for a long time. Like, it was like really crunchy. And I asked him like, is it just me or is this really crunchy? And he's like, yeah, so pretty much like the chicken was like not even like, it was just like really small. So they suffocated the chicken in batter and it was just quite tragic.
That sucks. How do you mess up chicken strips? They're so easy. You just put like some batter on them, not too much, and then you toss them in the oil and you know, it's done. That's it.
I don't understand. Ugh, it was so sad. But that was an absolute tragedy.
Oh, have you, in Jack London, there's this kind of fancy restaurant called Scott's.
I hate that place. Sorry, continue your story.
I know, like, it's honestly it's not amazing. Like, for the price point, I'd expect something, like, really, really good, but it's not that great. Like, yeah, the seafood is fresh, I'll give them that, because, you know, it's not hard to fuck up fresh seafood. You just don't put it in the freezer. Like, you just, you know,
cook it
same day. But, like, I should have gotten the hint when I saw, like, mainly old people there, because it was not that flavorful. I was like, where's the salt? Where's the pepper? Where's the thyme?
Flavor?
For real, I was like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to make any rude assumptions or, you know, suggestions, but, like, white people just don't know how to season food sometimes, okay? Like, they just don't.
I know white people who can agree with that. Come out, white people! Yeah, I agree with you. Anyways, but yeah, I went there when I was with my grandparents in, middle school? Yeah, middle school they came. I think it was like 6th grade, 7th grade. I still had my horrible lopsided haircut. I can't believe I had friends then. And we ordered, okay, so first to start, at the time, I don't really like people spending money on me, especially a lot of money. So in my past relationships, I didn't really want my boyfriends to spend money on me. But we get to the restaurant, we look at the menu, and it's like, expensive, okay? So it's expensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't really want to be here. So I went into the bathroom and cried, and then I came back out, and I ordered fish and chips. It was awful. It was so bad. And I'm like, you know what? We gotta leave. And I was just so uncomfortable.
Dude, it's like, I don't know, the food there's not that great, but, I mean, it's not hard to fuck up mashed potatoes, but I like their mashed potatoes, you know? I
Mhm.
feel like the only mashed potatoes I don't like are the really crappy ones that come with school lunch.
Or in a box. Okay, question is, did you have to put anything on it? Like salt or butter? Maybe pepper?
No, it
Okay.
was just fine
Alright.
by itself.
They passed the vibe check with the mashed potatoes, but other than that,
I mean,
expensive and not tasty.
I'm just saying though, I could make better mashed potatoes. I think my garlic mashed potatoes were pretty good,
Ooh,
but
what's your garlic mashed potatoes recipe? What do you do to it?
I just Google garlic mashed potatoes and then
As you
follow the
should,
recipe.
following that recipe. Recipes are nice. They're very, very much helpful, but sometimes they don't add enough or do enough what you're supposed to. Like if you get it depends on where it's coming from. Like I'm not trying to be racist or anything, but like let's say you get a mashed potatoes recipe from like somebody of color, right?
Mhm.
They're gonna add spices that somebody of not color would not put in there. Like I got mashed potato recipe for like some meal I made a few weeks ago, and then it wasn't that flavorful, and then I asked my mom what she would have done to it, and then she said like all the stuff that she would have added, like just by default. Like there's always those default spices that you add.
Mm.
My
I
default
mean,
spice is garlic powder. That's my go-to spice.
yeah.
It goes
And
good on everything. um
it does.
it's just so good, and it smells good too. Like it's what I only smell in the cabinet when I open it.
I don't know why people don't like garlic. They're seriously missing out.
I don't like garlic fries, but like if it's like low key garlic, I can eat it.
Oh, I love garlic fries. I remember like a hella long time ago, McDonald's had that like promotional Gilroy garlic fries.
Oh, I remember
I
that. Wow.
I asked for those as many times as I could. Like they were so good to me. I loved them.
Do you like garlic chunks in your garlic fries?
I don't mind it, but I don't prefer it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, garlic. I like low key garlic, cause garlic and onion, like those are like really good, cause they
Yeah.
just smell so good. I sometimes eat raw onion, like when I'm cooking, not out of
Oh,
spite, but like those are like really good spices.
yeah. I mean, I don't really like the texture of onion, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I like the flavor, I just don't like the texture.
Hmm. That's interesting. I don't really notice the texture.
Oh,
Like,
I do. Like, if I remember, I used to go to this like Japanese curry restaurant, and I would painstakingly pick out every single diced piece of onion and
oh
put it
my
on the soy
goodness.
sauce platter. It was, I just don't like it.
Have you ever had Korean BBQ?
A really long time ago, yeah.
I've never had it. I always see like videos of it, and there's a place in South Shore, I think.
Yeah, Ogane.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to try it, but they specialize in like beef and pork, and I don't eat that.
Uh,
So it makes it really hard, but it also looks really good, and that's what kills me the most.
yeah, because Korean barbecue is primarily beef and pork. There's not really anything else unless you go to those like specialized fish ones. I guess
Mhm.
they're not really Korean barbecue if it's fish. I don't know. But it's pretty expensive, honestly.
That's what I
But it's
figured.
yeah, but it's also pretty good. Like if you go to a good place, I don't know if Ogane is good, but usually the meat is really good quality and it's
Yeah, because
just
you're kind of paying
delicious.
for the performance and the experience, like the
Hmm.
taste of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Have you ever had hot pot? I've always wanted to try it.
Hot pot. I actually think I have. That's the one where um, it's like a bowl of like broth or something, and then you like dip the meat in, and then it cooks, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I have had that. That's pretty good too.
Yeah, I want to try it. Today, when I went to go out to make dinner for my family, I was making poke tonight.
Hmm.
And I went to the Asian store, and it was just made me so hungry being in there, because I just wanted to buy all the stuff. Like the noodles looked really appetizing. There are these noodles that
Yeah.
they sell, and they look like cut in half cheese sticks. or string cheese, and I've always wanted to try it.
Oh, are you talking about tteokbokki or something like that?
I don't know what it's called, but
I I I think I know what you're talking about. They're not really noodles. I mean, I guess they are. They're more like rice cakes. They're really chewy.
they look really chewy. But like
Yeah.
I was just like I just wanted to buy all the stuff, but since I wasn't paying, I wasn't gonna grab everything I wanted. But
Mm.
yeah, I wanted if I once I get like a steady income, um I'm going to start spending more money on that kind of stuff and going out more.
Mm.
So, Pink, do you have any scary stories? Like from your
Jesus.
childhood or maybe like one that you heard? Doesn't have to be real, but it'd be better if it was like a real story.
Yeah, I have a couple. So, when I was a kid, I used to live with my aunt, right? And my family kind of has like this, not really history. I mean, I guess it's a history with like, I don't know, like the supernatural, I guess, and ghosts and stuff.
Ooh.
So, it's like, my mom actually thinks our family is cursed, which,
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't put, I wouldn't say that we aren't because our family is really weird. But when I was a kid and I was still living with my aunt, it was like 10 o'clock at night and my mom was like, in the kitchen and my aunt was in her bedroom. And it's like, I just make eye contact with this like, okay, so thermal vision?
Mhm.
So he kind of looked like that, like blue and greenish like that. And so I made eye contact with just this guy walking to the bathroom, and like the light didn't turn on or anything, so I was like really freaked out. And my mom told me I was just imagining things when I was little, so she wouldn't scare the shit out of me, which, that was a pretty smart move. Uh,
But in
so
reality, she wanted to tell you that, bitch, that's a fucking ghost!
yeah, like you better fucking run or some shit, get your shit blessed. But yeah, sometimes, ugh. And there's this other time, the apartment that we live in currently, my mom thinks is actually haunted, and I honestly don't think she's lying. Like sometimes you hear stuff like, um, the closet doors, like you'll hear like kind of just like a bang, not like a loud bang, but it's like someone pushing up against them so they make a noise, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And sweet mother of God. There's this one time, and I don't know what it is. Like, usually I sleep like a rock. Like, if there's a siren going off, one time I literally just slept through the carbon monoxide alarm.
Oh, that's nice.
Um, yeah, like, just earthquakes, a lot of things. I can sleep through a lot of things. But if someone opens my bedroom door, I'm like instantly half awake. I don't know why. So I was just, enjoying my little nap. And then I wake up and then I look at the door and I just see it like slowly opening.
Oh my lord.
And, and I was like, I was just frozen in fear because I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe my mom is just like trying to scare me. And I just like was staring at there and they were all asleep and I was like about to shit my pants because I don't like my door isn't broken or anything, and when I close it, I make sure I close it. So I was like, I'm actually going to cry.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Yeah, so I was just, ugh, I just get nervous thinking about it.
Okay, so honestly, I don't really have big scary stories like that. Like I haven't been in a near death. Well, okay, I want to talk about phone. So one time I was riding a bike, and the person I was riding with was kind of slow, and they kind of just said YOLO to everything. So they went out straight in front of the car, and since I thought it was safe, I followed behind them, and my ass almost got hit by a car.
Oh my god.
Like my heart just was like woo. But that kind of happened. But I think the craziest thing, it's kind of funny, but it was scary to me. Okay, you can laugh, like everyone can laugh, but this is something I remember. So I was younger, and we had this big ass house. It was huge. I don't remember anything paranormal though, because I do know that my grandmother died in the house, but like nothing spooky happened, because I don't think she was out to get us or anything. So I was sleeping in my room, and we changed the position of my bed pretty often. So like sometimes it was on the door, the wall behind the door. Sometimes it was like facing the door, and then sometimes it's on the other side of the room, or sometimes it's in the middle of my room, and I like that the most. I don't know why, but it took up a lot of space. So I had this blue and red sweater on. I don't know why it's important, but I remember that. And I fell asleep, and the bed was in the position where it was like I was looking at the door. So for some magical reason, the door was open while I was sleeping, and I was just lying there. And lucky me, I started to experience sleep paralysis, and I couldn't move.
Oh.
And I was just kind of like eyes open, staring at the door, no blanket or anything. You want to know what I saw, Queen?
Oh my god, what?
I saw Sully from Monsters Inc. standing in my door chilling. I'm not even fucking lying. I'm not lying. Cause that movie was an important movie in my childhood. Homie was sitting there with his arms crossed, standing in the door, and I was scared because I couldn't move. Okay, if I can move, yeah, maybe it's fine. But like, I was stuck staring at Sully standing in my door. Okay.
Okay.
And then over the years, I kind of like got the ability to know when I'm gonna experience sleep paralysis. Like, I kind of just get the vibe before I sleep, then like to know. And so the one story, I was like, it was that time of the month, and it was like one of the worst like periods I've ever had. So I was sleeping on the couch, and I got the vibe like, I'm gonna not be able to move when I wake up. So I wake up and I can't move, and I'm just there, a tear rolling out my eyes, staring at the TV, and I couldn't scream either. I was just like, it was just so sad. I think my mom was like in the backyard or something, but I just kind of had to sit there and wait. And then that's one thing. And then one time I had a sleepover at my friend's house, Sydney and Izzy. You might know them. And we're sleeping on the couch, and then I woke up, and I couldn't move. And the sun was like in the room, and like everyone, like her mom was walking around because I think she was gonna get ready to walk the dog. And I was just lying there, and I couldn't move. And I remember this, like, I tried to scream Sydney's name, but it just wouldn't come out.
Oh, jeez.
It was really uncomfortable. But after having it happen so much, what I do now is I keep my eyes open and I wiggle my tongue back and forth, because that's the only way I'm going to get out of it. I don't know why those work, but like I do it, and then I'm kind of just able to move again. But I haven't done it recently, but I do know that one thing that's really scary that happened is when I go to sleep, sometimes I have a hard time waking up. So like I would open my eyes, but they would really badly want to close. And I'm like, no, that is not happening. So I'm literally like fighting with my eyes, and I'm literally like looking at my ceiling through like the sliver of eye that I have available. And I have to like, I'm just like, I don't want to know what happens when I close my eyes. Like, maybe I'll just go back to sleep, but I don't want to know. So I kind of just like, I'm rolling my eyes back, trying to make sure that they stay open, but it's so miserable.
I mean, I've actually never had sleep paralysis, but I do like experience frequently like weird dreams / things that would classify as nightmares. Like, Usually they're not like that scary to me. There are some that really scared the ever living shit out of me. Like, there was this one dream that I had, and it was like, I woke, like, I was just standing, like, in this dingy house, I guess, and there were people, like, hiding, like, in the cabinets, and then they were just, like, run, and I was like, what? And then you
What?
see this, like, Michael Myers looking ass guy just, like, starting towards the house, and I'm like, holy shit. And so I, like, pry open the window, and then I try climbing out, and then he just pulls me back and, like, kills me. And then instead of waking up, I just start in the same place all over again with them saying the, like, same exact thing. And then I, quote unquote, died, like, 10 times before I actually woke up. And then when I woke up, I was, like, flinging the sheets off, getting ready to run again, and I was like, oh, whoops.
I remember you've told me about some of your dreams before, but that's really scary.
Yeah. And
oh my
and,
lord.
Like, the weirdest part is that, like, that the same dream happened, like, a month later, except I was able to get out of the death loop, but, like, it was not a good way, obviously. Like, I think I had to kill someone to, like, get out of it, and I was like, when I woke up, I felt so guilty about it. But
one of my biggest fears is living a day over again. Like, that, like, terrifies me. And I kind of started after I watched this movie. It was either Happy Death Day or this... Oh, it was Before I Fall. And this one girl, she kept living the same day over and over again. And then, like, I went to overnight camp, like, a week or two later. And then I was terrified that I would relive the same day coming back home.
Oh.
And it was really weird, because my mom still doesn't know what happened. Because we were in the living room. We were watching the show, My Cat from Hell.
Yeah.
And then I started crying. Because I was afraid that I would relive the same day over again. But my mom thought I was crying because of the cat on the show. So I was terrified that I was going to relive the same day. But I didn't, of course. Or did I? Oh.
Jeez.
But I don't really have dreams where I have to kill some... Well, actually, I've had dreams where I've killed people. But the dreams where I would die... It would mainly be because that one girl, pink-haired girl from Sonic, would hit me in the face with her hammer, and then I would kind of just wake up, and my heart would be beating really hard. Like, that's something that I remember all the time. Like, when I wake up, my heart is like, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, jeez. I've had a lot of dreams. This is really incriminating, but I've had a lot of dreams where I've killed people. I'm actually surprised I haven't had one recently, because there's like a point in time where I would have at least 1 to 2 dreams a week of me murdering people. like, I think this isn't like the most horrible one. I think it's my favorite dream where I had to kill someone because it was just so cool. So it was like, I'm just like in the hotel with this admittingly pretty cute dude, and I don't know what, but like I know we're waiting for something, and then so someone knocks at the door, and then so I answer it, and it's like this guy trying to break into the fucking hotel room, and then so obviously we beat his ass, and then we just like continue waiting, and then like a second knock comes around, and we're just like, oh, this like must be the dude that we're waiting for or whatever. And then like we try to like fight them off, but it's obviously like a losing fight, and there are like 3 of them. And so I just like fucking jump off the balcony like James Bond style and just start sprinting into the forest. And then like I don't know like what happened, but then I ended up like going into this like literal like shed tool house thing, and I like looked really panicked, obviously. And then so like I told like this old couple what happened, and I was just like, yeah, I mean like there was a guy in the hotel room with me, but I don't want to leave him there, you know. And then so like they literally give me a revolver, and then I like go back to the hotel, and I spent what felt like a solid like 40 minutes just pressing like third floor on the elevator, and then it would just like bring me to the basement level or like
That
to a
is so
completely
annoying.
yeah, and I'd go to like a completely different place entirely. And here's the thing. The entire hotel was completely empty except for me walking past this like completely other random guy holding a pistol, and he just waves at me. And then so I was just like, okay, let me just, you know, press the elevator button again, even though I don't think it's gonna do anything. And lo and behold, all like 5 of them are just standing in the fucking elevator, and I'm like, holy shit. And so I use a revolver and I like kill all of them except for, you know, the guy that I'm trying to save, obviously. And like, you know when you don't know if it's you speaking or like the dream you speaking?
Mm-hmm.
And then so like they said something really badass. They were like, have you ever played Russian roulette with a dead body before? And then I proceeded to do so with the guy still in the elevator.
Oh my god.
Citry flirting 101.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Do you believe that dreams mean something? Because I don't, personally.
I mean, I think if they, like, a similar theme happens over and over again, then it could vaguely hint towards something. But I don't think in detail it means something.
Yeah. But I do think it's cool when you do remember dreams and you dream regularly. Because I dream regularly. Because I record them on my phone. But I think dreaming is cool. A lot of people our age don't really remember their dreams, but I think dreaming is really cool.
Yeah, I only remember the dreams that I think are cool, or the ones where I kill people or almost die. Like, oof. But I dream pretty regularly, like even if I take a 20-minute nap, like I'll probably still have a dream.
Yeah, like you might have those really short ones. Or like random events that happen in your brain.
Yeah.
But I can totally relate to that person talking, but you don't know who it is thing.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say it was me because that was a pretty badass line, you know?
Okay, Pink. Thank you so much for talking with me. This was great. I had a lot of fun talking about dreams